All right, so let's begin the session. Does anyone wish to do a recap? This is the tricky one, isn't it?
Last session we chased them to the banks. Well, we got ambushed by some wyvern-type creatures, hunting flying lizards that spat burning acid.
Let's just call them wyverns. Everyone knows what a wyvern is, even if they've never seen it before, so yes.
We should have retreated. Mistakes were made. We survived. Barely. And we explored a shipwreck that we saw off the coast. We gave up on following the because we were chasing down the captives, that they were long gone. We didn't think we could make it across the river anyway. Most of the rafts were all smashed up. But we used one of the rafts to check out a destroyed boat. There we found a lockbox. It had some dwarven relics in it, and a forbidden language. We also explored a different ship, got a little bit injured, found a tiny amount of money left, went back to where we had left the wagon, found out that they had met up with some other people. We grouped up with them, sent them back. Then we went to check out the ruins of Androshol, saw that the lizard had pushed in there. We followed. We got ambushed by goblins, more goblins, another goblin, more ambushes, very stealthy goblins. The two dagger goblins. They had like the nasty crossbows with the exploding tip quarrels. And we decided that, you know what? We're good. We don't need to go here anymore. So we took some heads. We went back to Summerton. Oh wait, did we talk to? No, yeah, we went back to Summerton. We sent the mercs back to tell Silvermont about everything, and we just went to Summerton.
I think we actually went to Silvermont.
Did we? We went to
yeah, because we ended up talking to Quell. Wait,
no,
we
Quell
talked to Quell at some point.
Quell had gone. Quell had already left to go to wife's business
that's right.
at some bend, River Bend. Is that the name of the town?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we just sent people back. We just sent the mercs back, and we went to Summerton. At Summerton, we discussed having like a good vacation. You know, Shiro wanted to visit family. We all needed some downtime to train and stuff like that, and we agreed to meet up in 2 months at the Sly Wink. When we tried to sell some stuff, there was buying and selling. You know, Vash and
We're buying and selling Vash?
What's our
How much should we get for
it? Met the alchemist for the first time.
Yes.
And we got rewards for completing that quest, which was really cool. So we got like some flame lance ammo and a new brimstone ammunition, so that Lenza can try to kill us all again. It'll be epic. And yeah, you know, there was some other stuff as well. Yeah, so we all went off and did our thing, and we should be returning to the tavern in our new regalia.
Cool.
Yep.
Good recap. All right.
I want to add a couple of funny little bits.
Sorry,
the wreck ship was our, let's say, our acquaintance Captain Bray.
Oh yeah, we're not giving him that back.
Yeah, I think that the Brassard gave us the 3 loads for the fire lines, the brimstone ammunition, and he also because I think Zhang was there. He was after some yellow tea, maybe some of the flour biscuits he had when he visited the monastery.
Yep. Cool. Some of that confectionaries.
Cool.
Excellent. Good. All right. So yes, you do indeed return to Summerton. You dribble in, especially Vash. And some of these, if I go to map, will be actually cleared up a bit.
Hero is proudly showing off his new set of armor. Shield.
Okay,
What did you get?
Armor and a shield. New
What
gear.
type?
Oh, it's a small shield that has like a blade made out of a beautiful dark metal. And he's got dwarven armor. It's just mail. Dwarven mail. So it looks real nice. Swanky.
swanky indeed. So yes, you do all arrive back at the Slow Wink. 37, I believe it is. Yes. And it takes you a couple of days to all turn up, in dribs and drabs. But you all do finally appear there. The city of Summerton is like it has been previously. The telltale signs of the battle with the undead that happened some months ago is slowly being cleared up. The town is pretty much as it has always been since then, normal but guarded. The garrison keeps an active and very visible presence upon the streets, specifically around the keep and at each of the gates. The beetles are moving around, and when you know what to look for, you can see them, keeping the peace. There is a general hustle and bustle about it, specifically in the town squares and the marketplaces. The Sly Wink is not as busy as it has been, though. There is still a few people in here. The Sly Wink has always been the case, is more of an itinerant slash adventurer slash mercenary tavern and inn, and there is probably a half a dozen or so people in here at the time that you have all finally arrived. Yes, some of you are now rocking some more swanky gear. Some of you who have been staying in the city instead, such as Sean, would have seen the slow progression of the city, its rebuilding process, etc. The town is still the city is still ruled by the younger Castellane, and the political climate still has a little bit of tension in the air between the Castellane family and the garrison run by Captain Donalgan. But you are all now in the Sly Wink common room, meeting up roughly 2 months after you said your farewells. All of you can be there, including your your secondary characters, etc., if you want them to be there. And over to you guys.
Right. Well, since Minerva is here, and everybody has now arrived, Minerva will lean forward and say, "So I've heard that you spoke to Stella, most wise and knowledgeable sage that she is. She put a path before you, I heard. You can travel to the Slaughter Scar and find an ash root there.
Yes.
This greatly intrigues me. I believe that we should get on this as soon as possible. My dearest friend, may I even say sister, Hypatia, is plagued by a racking cough, and I believe that it is upon us to support our companion, family that we are."
Well said.
Juquan is not here, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Where's your one, guys?
No,
Who's the drunkard in the corner?
Uh-oh. Not dull. I'm proven now. Where is he at? Oh, jeez.
Is he already drunk?
Oh,
He's
start.
not here. He could be running late or whatever. You do know, especially Those of you who have been close to him, Hypatia in particular, because you were friends before you entered into the valley, that he was wandering down south towards the mercenary camp that is supposedly down there because he has a friend from his prior adventuring days, or before his adventuring days, Geffen the Paymaster, and he had mentioned that he was going to go and catch up with him.
I mean,
Could have at least sent a letter.
Krubik barely right, come on.
That's Shiro saying that. It's so unprofessional.
But yes, anyway, I just thought I'd just put that in because I forgot to mention it beforehand. Back to you guys.
Interesting that you brought up Slaughter, says Zhang, because he was met by Haruno during his stays, and there's mentions of the structure and some items at the bottom of the Slaughter that he is interested in. And could be of interest to everyone.
I think.
Yes.
Curious.
Yes. Let's just say
That
there's
sounds
a lot of.
great and all. But do you like money? And do you hate orcs as much as I do? Do you care about our economy?
I do hate orcs. Says Shiro.
Well,
As a company accepted. But
I do find the economy strongly skewed towards the richer. Is there a way we can make it more fair for the poor? Is this your proposal?
some rich people.
fair, I'm not sure, but I've heard that trade might be greatly impacted. Kingsley told me that the orcs that you guys were investigating in Arashu Valley, they're on the move towards Stumpflat. And if Stumpflat falls, then well,
That would be
poof
terrible.
goes
The north
trade.
route
Well, not
out.
all trade, I'm assuming, but
Yeah,
not
not the
great.
river trade, but the north caravan route will be cut.
yes.
Shiro
and
is
I've
well
been-
versed in the trade of the valley.
If you want to make money, I've been given a writ by Kingsley to charter there on behalf of the Chicane Guild, and it doubles my bounties.
Interesting.
I mean, Shiro wants to do that. but Minerva's holding strong for, I think we head to the Slaughter and help Hypatia.
Nevin's pretty keen for killing orcs.
Ooh. Let me have
There's
a
also a
look at that.
dragon in Arashu Valley, but I'm not sure if I'm really keen on that.
Yeah, no.
But it's also money.
The spirit of Mark says, it's
So
a
I've heard.
mistake.
Oh, you just got to feed the dragon on orcs.
I mean-
if only we had bought that potion. Every time.
Oh yes. I mean, have there been reports of a dragon?
We saw the dragon.
only rumors, I've heard.
that were released by us.
Right. So if anyone else hasn't seen that drake, who says it's not still in the valley? Maybe the drakes driving the orcs out of the valley. They get caught. They're caught between a rock and a rather toasty, crunchy place.
Yeah, we just have to be the rock.
That's not a terrible idea. I mean, I do like the idea of going to Slaughter, but I also like the idea of killing some orcs. They're almost as bad as those northern barbarian bastards. If I sit in with them, I'll fucking skewer them.
Here we go. Half the party go north, half we go south. What could go wrong?
Nothing could go wrong. Yeah, split the party. Nice. In regards to like the dragon situation, Lenza did even while they were in Shilshnik about it, and that it's been closer to where's the map that I can get up? Yes, there we go. It's been seen close to Hemulek and Stumpflat, like the two northern towns essentially from Somerton. And yes, apparently a 10,000 gold reward has been offered if we can prove we killed it.
Dragon.
Yes,
Ooh.
dragon.
No. Shang. No.
That's a good way to die.
Yes,
I mean,
Lenza,
yes,
Lenza
yes,
is definitely not saying we should because it is a dragon, and that's a challenge no matter what. But
maybe later.
I'd like to
Yeah.
see one and perhaps run away.
the key issue is like, why is it here? You know, like
Mhm.
from our adventures around the valley, almost everything has happened for a reason, and I don't think a dragon would be here just because just because it can. Essentially, I'm sure that there's probably something going on. And whether anybody else, like, and then the thing: are we the premier adventurers in town? Will anybody else even be able to attempt this?
Well,
Yes,
Sir
the
Etienne and
other-
his
yeah,
lot.
exactly.
Yeah.
The Knights Vigilant are more
Mhm.
powerful than us.
Yes.
Only at the
Oh,
moment.
the OG Knights. Are we technically a part of the Knights Vigilant?
Mm,
No.
apprentices? Friends?
Yeah.
Mm,
Colleagues.
acquaintances. Yeah. People that they gave a magical item to in the hope that we killed more bad guys than good guys.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, I think it's
No, I'm not.
worked out reasonably well for them.
Yes.
I
Look,
will-
I think possibly pairing up with them to try to see what we can do with it might be a good idea. Because
What's-
yes, I definitely agree that by ourselves we probably couldn't take it down. But
Yeah. Out of curiosity, did anyone ask after what happened to Sir Etienne? Like last time we saw he was down south in Vermilion Ridge, I think.
Does anyone remember what happened with that scrap of map we found that was pointing down to the mountains beside the Slaughter Scar?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
mentioned.
Shiro took it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
mentioned in the recap.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Yeah, and I believe that's dwarven business. So
It is.
unless Shiro wishes to share that with us for some strange reason, I ain't touching that.
No,
I hear
passed
dwarf hold grudges if you annoy them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
look at them and
passed
the
it to
orcs.
the elders. So
Very good.
maybe they'll need a group of adventurers to check it out, but I don't think so. Who knows? We'll find out.
Cool. And there's still that river monster thing
No,
down south.
look, I'm okay. Shiro says, "Look, I'm all for killing orcs. I think that's a really good move. I think that protecting the northern trade route is key to the viability of the valley. You know, if the money dries up, then the garrison leaves, and then we get slaughtered by, you know, the
Monsters.
dregs."
/ elves.
Yeah, he looks at when you say slash elves. Definitely looks at you. But Minerva says, I still think that we should go to the Slaughter Scar, but if you want to put it off for some time, I can always work in town until you're ready to go, Hypatia, but do gather me before you head south.
Certainly will, sister. If we're going to Slaughter Scar, we need all the help we can get. And hey, if that isn't good, if that is going to be a good adventure, I don't know what will be.
Yeah, I see no need to kill orcs. I have more important things to do in town. But to help a friend, I will always be available.
That is most gracious of you, Minerva. I slap her on the shoulder amicably.
So Shiro leans forward and says, "So, that sounds a lot like we're heading to Arishu Valley to kill some orcs."
To Stumpflat. Somewhere between
Stumpflat.
Stumpflat and Arisha Valley.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly where they are.
Well, let's head off Stomp Flat. You know,
I'm sorry. Could you put us back on the valley map for a second, Grail?
Yep.
Thanks.
Can you show us this letter of writ that you got from the chicane trading house?
You want proof? Oh, yeah.
Well, you know.
I'll pull it out. But yeah,
It's always good
swap it
to have.
out.
It's always
It's
good to
always
have
good to
stuff in
read
writing.
that contract, says
Mhm.
Shiro.
Cool. So So where were the orcs said to be in Arashu?
Heading from, I'm assuming, Arashu Valley, because that's where they were last sighted by you guys, I believe.
Future
Currently
barbarian
heading,
lands.
they're heading towards Stump Flat, I've heard,
Yeah,
and
cool.
they're gonna hit that.
Okay. That's
Well,
probably
cons-
because they don't want to go through the grove of icicles.
Yeah, that won't go well for them.
There's already another thing there.
Okay.
Yes,
The undead
we-
apparently.
yeah, yeah.
Did you already mention how
That's
many
technically correct.
goblins?
What was that, sorry?
How many?
Oh, did you already mention how many goblins are estimated to be on the moon?
Orcs.
Yeah, I know, Sean.
Or orcs.
Oh,
sorry.
orcs. I mean, I hate goblins, but for orcs, I
Mhm.
have a personal hate for them, as you know. I'm not sure how many there are, unfortunately.
Mm.
Is the
Just
issue? The issue Lenzer is seeing was is that this is precisely where the dragon is too.
Yeah, but we're not going to go to the Arashu Valley. Like, we're not going to go into the valley. We're going to kill. Like, we'll probably fortify Stump Flat or fortify an area outside Stump Flat to intercept them or something like that.
The issue is the
Maybe.
dragon has now been seen around Stumpflack and Hemulek.
Yeah, I understand that.
Is it Lenzer? Is this Lenzer, or is it weird that like those two groups are in the same place and not like fighting? Are dragons known to have worked with orcs?
They
They
are
don't seem the type, but I guess means to an end.
Dragons are. Everybody knows about dragons in a very broad sense. They are manipulators. They are cruel and capricious. They are pretty evil when it comes down to it, and just like to cause a lot of mayhem, chaos, death, destruction, but also do things just because it entertains them. Do they work with orcs? I mean, orcs are degenerates and children of the gods and horrible creatures, and it doesn't mean that dragons wouldn't be with them or influence them or bend them to their will. Dragons are top of the food chain and will use whatever they can or whatever they want to use. They have They've had armies and that they've pushed around before, like little pieces on a chessboard. People know about them. They are not to be trifled with because they are not only mighty and powerful beasts that breathe brimstone that can melt at night, but they're also very clever.
Yeah. So what Lenzer is worried about is that the orcs are working on the behest of the dragon.
Yep.
Considering there's been considering the orcs seem to be pretty much untroubled. Again, obviously we don't know that much information about them, but the fact that they're like still planning to march down here implies the dragon isn't just eating them all essentially.
But we could get lucky. The dragon may have no interest in fighting us. They may just be interested in watching battles.
You're making the assumption.
I'm not making the assumption. I'm saying we don't know what the dragon wants to do.
No.
Well, no, but you're making the assumption the orcs are moving down here because they want to fight us and not because they're getting eaten alive and they're trying to escape.
Because
and we're resisting them.
Even if they want to escape, they want to fight us. There's no good orcs out there.
No, but there's no creature, however evil it is not going to run away from something that's bigger and nastier and with bigger teeth.
Well,
and
you know when the best time to stab someone is?
When they've been stabbed already,
and someone else will try to eat them.
When they've turned their back to you, yes, indeed.
Well, I gotta say our intel is pretty thin on this. So the way to go there is the fun app for sure is to go there, and I have to agree with Shiro. That is gonna threaten the valley more. It's probably more to be a threat to the valley than whatever's in the Slaughter Scar at the moment.
Well, the Slaughter Scar's been more or less churning for a while, and it hasn't bothered us until lately.
Yeah, like if anything, I'm almost as worried about what's happening in Kel's Rise.
Yeah, well, we haven't heard anything about that. Just
Mm.
random monsters coming out of that way.
Well, not random. The lizard.
Yeah, Lizard Man. What the hell we saw in those hills? Bloody hell.
The worms.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I do hate lizard men. I'd be happy to do that instead, but that doesn't seem to be as imminent.
Have
It
we
seems
heard?
more like they're sending.
While I've been actually on that note now, Grail, while I've been, around, while everybody else has been training, did I hear much from Kel's Rise or about Kel's Rise?
Not a lot. There is, a small group of garrison there. Your old friend, Sergeant Caleb Gamlin, ended up being shifted there after he was supposedly executed. He is one of the commanding officers at Kel's Rise. There are no civilians there. It is just a military operation, and there is not constant fighting, but there are skirmishes on a fairly regular basis where lizard men do turn up and they either get driven back or they make a minorly successful raid or they push past Kel's Rise, and it's very difficult for the troops down there to keep it completely off limits to the lizard men, and they do get through because they go around it up near the Laughing Woods or down near the Jurak foothills. But there are constantly little engagements there.
Yep. So yeah, but what I'm saying is like there hasn't been like no news from it for like a month or whatever. It hasn't been like
It has not
overrun
fallen.
or anything.
It has not
Yep.
fallen.
Sure.
It
Yep.
is still
So
there. Yes.
so yes, I will then suggest that yes, we should probably check that out at some point. But yeah, not the most pressing matter. Lenza does agree. We probably should go check out the north in general, just to see what's happening up there, both with the undead and the Grove of Icicles, the orcs that are moving down, and
We know about the undead. We know what that is.
oh, do we?
Tell me that's what's a the guy that's shown at that 7.
Sebastian and Braden.
Yeah, I'm working for that lady.
The land
Yeah,
bearer.
in the
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
in the-
Sandria.
Grove
Yeah.
of Icicles. Was he?
Like I'm pretty sure to the I wouldn't fault the regular punter for mistaking her as undead. I mean, I heard she's gotten better, but not better at the same. Well, Seb and Braden said themselves she got better, but not better.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? It was just when did we hear about that? Because that was from a while ago.
Braden and Sebastian.
No, about the undead monsters in the Grove of Icicles, as it's listed on our task jobs. Was that just before we'd met?
Ages ago. That's not.
Yeah, that's we leveled in there. Like
Yeah.
that was like 2 levels back.
Who put that in the task jobs?
Cool. Like, if that's been dealt with, if that's been dealt with, that's fine.
There
But
are lots of rumours that you guys discussed, and that was a rumour that you heard from somewhere. I think it was mentioned at the Keep, and someone put it in there, and it has stayed in there since. It was brought up after you have been in the Grove of Icicles.
Okay, cool.
I didn't get the impression that that she was yeah, she doesn't look too good, but I did get the impression she was using undead. Although that could be.
So when we went in there was like a whispering sort of thing that distracted us, and then we came into a glade. We got attacked by a bunch of undead. We defeated the undead. We went across. We met Throat Cutter, whatever his name is,
The gutter.
Yeah, and he took us across the river. And once we were across the river, we met the Land Bearer. But yeah, we fought some undead in there. Quite a few undead actually.
No one remembers it or fondly.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was a lot of turn checks.
Actually, yeah, no, I do remember that now.
Yeah, and there was a big orc that we fought as well, who was there. who was super dangerous.
Alrighty,
Okay.
so what was our decision?
And Kruber rolled a natural 20, I believe, and put him
Yeah,
down.
I was about to say he got nat 20 by a javelin and died, but he was scary.
Everything that's scary gets nat 20'd and
By
dies.
Kruber. By
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a special button.
Yeah.
Critical hit required.
Boss time.
Oh, sure. We're still in Summerton, aren't we?
The rest of
Yes.
the party here see something. Is that boss music? And everyone, and it's like, yeah, Kruber's about to roll nat 20. So is that your decision, or is there going to be more of it? And who is going to be doing things?
I didn't hear any decisions then.
I vote. I say we go to Stumpflat and see what's going on with these orcs.
I tend to agree.
Possibly we could
I
talk
vote for
talk to the So, Bash, what did you have? What was the document that we were talking about?
A writ.
Or the contract?
So I've never really received one of these, so I don't know what I can do with it. But I know
Okay.
it doubles my bounties. For what? I'm assuming orcs.
And do we have just at the garrison? It doubles our bounties at the garrison, or it doubles our bounty?
So who's having a look at it?
Sure, we'll have a look at it
All right,
if it's written in trade tongue.
it is,
Oh,
and
phew.
and it only is for Vash.
Oh, okay.
It is going to double bounties, definitely. Yep. For orcs.
You guys want to cash them in under my name?
Of course we will. We'll be Vash's
Seems like a
orc
prudent option.
stompers. What else does the writ do? Does it do anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
Hmm.
It's just double bounties on orcs.
Can we chalk out number 9 on the task and job, which is test flame lance?
Yes, I haven't
Yeah,
been
we have
updating the
tested
task
that.
jobs. That's not my. Yeah, we have tested. It's all done.
I think you guys have been changing the numbers on the job list because they don't necessarily match up with what's on the map anymore. Number
That was
9 is
okay. That was just me. Why did it? Okay, never mind.
number
Ignore
9
me.
is there in the river.
So I just removed the undead in the icicle groves because I've done that, and I left 3 blank because obviously we've got numbers matching up to the thing. So I'll just put in dashes to keep 3 as a 3. So if you reticket now, that should be there. So so the test for flame lance we've also done, which I'll change up now. Because we tested it and then we went to last session. We got some more canisters for it from.
Yep.
What's his name?
Rayasan,
So
Yeah.
the completely and utterly sane and in control of his mental faculties.
Okay, well, it sounds like we've got the votes anyway to go to fight orcs. Is there anything in particular that we people think that we should get to fight orcs with?
A barbarian.
Should hire more mercenaries.
man, that's not a bad idea. Actually, I have someone in mind. Also working in the bakery. This bloke who came in from he's from out. Recently came into town. He said he was a magic user. I believe he might be in town looking for work. So I'm gonna go find him and bring him along.
Good job, because I was going to introduce him shortly, but you can introduce him yourself. You can get some bonus XP for that. So you can, yes,
See.
find Dorian.
All right. Did we want to buy like some flour so you can make bread for us? Or are you going to leave Hypatia?
Well, James' question, but Hypatia will come along because Orcs are pretty close to barbarians, and she does. Northern barbarians, and she doesn't like northern barbarians. So
Fair enough. All right.
What about southern ones?
southern, yeah, they're from the white. No problem with that.
Cool.
Little wary, but last time I checked, you did try to raise my village to the ground.
Not yet.
Last you checked.
No promises, though.
Well, you'd have to go. It'd be awfully out of your way.
All right. So buy some flour. That's what we're getting at.
Yep.
You gonna put some flour on the cart? All right.
Mhm.
Sweet. I will work out how to do that.
Press
The bakery.
That's a copper. I think it's a copper per pound.
something
think?
like that. Yeah.
All right. We'll buy 40 pounds of flour.
I didn't know
Holy
we
shit,
were a
I can
portable
blow
bakery.
up a lot of stuff with 40 pounds of flour.
Mm-hmm.
You might be struggling to find 40 pounds of flour that you can easily just go and decide to purchase. But anyway,
Oh, it will be? Okay, never mind then.
ooh, almost knocked my headset out of my computer then. As you guys are sitting around discussing this in the Sly Wink, you hear a decidedly chirpy little voice that many of you recognize instantly from behind you. Hello, friends. How are you all?
A Willow Prod, what a pleasure.
How are you going? How are you going? Ooh, your numbers
I-
have swelled considerably. Where's that?
Hey, you call me fat? You call me fat?
Your numbers, not your hips.
That's good.
They have swelled though.
I would never say anything bad about you, lovely Hypatia, and I value my neck too much. Have you heard? Shulvarth, it's been destroyed.
What?
What?
Shulvarth, it's been destroyed. Sir Etienne
What's
and the others of the the Brotherhood are up near Stump Flat at the moment. Yes. Dragon came down from the skies, razed it to the ground. The elves that live there, gone. Ash. That's what I've heard anyway.
Oh.
Not good.
Wow,
That doesn't sound good.
bad.
This is worse than I thought, guys.
Well, so much for the dragon not wanting to fight things.
I mean, they really like to hate elves.
Oh, doesn't
Who
everybody?
knows?
Doesn't everybody? Isn't that right,
And
Lenza? Don't hurt me. But anyway, so Etienne and the others have headed up. They're near Stump Flat at the moment. I think they're going to go and possibly, at the very least, investigate and hopefully try to drive off the dragon or find out what's going on. To find if they can see if they can find any survivors. But rumor has it that every single one of the elves that were there weren't many. It was only a small settlement, but they're dead.
Well, I think that settles it.
We're going. I think everyone should stock up on ranged weapons.
Where are you going?
What is a range weapon?
Where are you going?
Stump flat by the sounds of it.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Up
There's
north
the-
to help out.
Sir Etienne's up there. Sounds
Between-
like, and the dragon is.
Between orcs, the dragon, and everything else, that seems to be the key issue for the valley at the moment.
Nevin reaches down to Willowbroad. Come, little man. We will go and take on the dragon ourselves. Come with us.
Right you are. I'll be right behind you singing your praises.
That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely. Great. So when do we leave? A couple of weeks from now? A month?
No, you can ride my mule.
And
Tonight.
And then Willowbroad stops and he just starts looking directly at Latoad. Latoad looks back at him. I lick.
Yep.
You'll see, boy, prod. You're supposed to have your ear to the ground. You haven't heard about the most I don't know.
Dashing halfling of all time.
Indeed.
Halfling, you say? Hmm. Okay. Seems to have an affliction, but okay. How are you? My name is Willibrod, purveyor of knowledge things, winner of women and coin, and friend here to all these fine people. How are you?
As soon as he says that, Minerva just like stands up straight, knocking her chair over, and says, "Good day," and leaves.
Except maybe her. She's a bit weird. But anyway, you're heading up for the dragon. Okay, I thought my news would have told you not to head up there, but it's your necks, and if that's where you're going, the Brotherhood is up there, and I'm sure if anyone can handle it, they can. Lashanara, I believe, has been communicating with Gorast and coming up with a plan.
Ah, it sounds most invigorating.
We should probably talk to Lashnara before we go. That sounds like a good idea too.
Absolutely. Always good to talk to Lashanara.
I'll come with you. I need to talk to old Lash. Got a few things I need to tell him.
Okay. Well, if you all exit the sly wink and start heading over there, Minerva's actually just like waiting outside, hoping that Willowbrod doesn't go with you, but I guess he is. She's just going to hand over a few things to you guys, so I'm just going to put them on the cart. But yeah, anyway, continue.
Before we leave, can I quickly check for a letter at the sly wink, if any?
Sure. There is none.
Come back later then.
Okay.
So anyway, does anybody not have a ranged weapon? Because the whole thing about dragons is they fly, and if the dragons fly, it means we can't hit them with hit them with our sword or whatever your weapon of choice is. So good to have something to assail them from range.
Nevin might need to go and get some hurl bats or something.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if our plan for the dragon is hoping we can shoot it with ranged weapons,
We're in trouble.
That's not a plan.
That's planning to fail.
That's fine to get its attention so we can engage it in melee. But at the same time, we need to keep its attention.
Yeah, I think. Well, we need like an army take on a dragon if we're just gonna do it through like conventional attacks. So while having some range attacks is good, I don't think that's going to be the deciding factor between taking down a dragon.
Huh. Do you guys know a dragon slayer in the valley?
I'd say we do.
Nobody's a
do?
dragon slayer. No, he said
Dragon-
can't say.
Dragons aren't really known for being killed or slain. They will do it. It's more the other way around.
Oh, you want to talk to a dragon slayer? I can speak with dead.
Well, we'll see what we can find up at.
Grail, has my time in the libraries brought up anything about dragons or the likes?
Sure. Make
Ooh.
a wisdom or intelligence check. Your choice.
How does this? I'll go with.
Probably
My stats
wisdom.
again. Goodness.
Since your
Yeah, I think
intelligence is
wisdom.
not fantastic.
No, it's not. Alright, so do I just roll a 1d20?
You can, or you can use the macro.
Ah, yes. Over.
So hand out some
the-
macro links,
And
you
that's a
can
macro
do
links.
ability check under stats and skills. You'd have to select your token first when you do it.
Where is my token?
It's way funnier not to use the macros, just to listen to the exasperated sigh coming from Grail.
I don't care. You can use it if you want, or you're not. It's just it's just making
Now
it
he's
easier.
now he's got all what is it? Reverse psychology on us.
It's pretty. See, look at it. All right. Yes, you've heard of dragons previously in the valley, other than the generic information that everybody knows, because dragons are legendary creatures, and there is myth, there is rumor, there is just general lore that people know, whether it's 100% true or not. You've never met one, but the valley has had dragons in it previously. They tend to stick to the mountains, and very rarely do they come in to the actual valley more than just to snatch up some livestock here or there, which is rare because there's not a lot of livestock in the valley. The elves previously and the dwarves have both made it a point to try and remove dragons where they can find them, so Krokar or Shulshanek. The city of Sumberton has never once been attacked by a dragon. You know that much. As to what this dragon might be, hard to say. Dragons are dragons, and what they want is generally fairly unique to the individual dragon, though they all like treasure. And that's why the dwarves don't like them, and elves just don't like anybody. Is there anything in particular you're after? The last known sighting of a dragon before this one was probably about 100 years or so ago. Is there any information in particular that you are interested in?
Possible weaknesses, or
So that's coming into more just generic things about dragons, and dragons are armored in a scale that is tougher than knight's armor. They are large, formidable opponents. They are well versed in mimicry, competent spell users, and they breathe brimstone, a hideously toxic, fiery breath that can melt a knight in a matter of seconds. A fully armored knight. They are reasonably large. They are generally about 30 feet long at their biggest, from tip of the nose to tip of the tail. There have been rumors of larger ones, and they have a wingspan about double to 3 times that. Very smart, hard to pin down, very, very dangerous. Armies go against them and regularly fail.
But we're the dirty dozen, so we'll be great.
Yeah, right.
Is there a dozen of us?
Maybe about secondaries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we bring a lot of secondaries along, there are.
There you go. We're set.
Um,
Now we just need to be thrown in jail.
Wow, we kind of already done that bit.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
Yeah.
Sean,
Well, some of us have. No, I'm just the one with the clean. I'm just the one that got lumped in with the rest with a clean record.
So those of you, no, you didn't even go into jail, did you? No, you didn't. You met up after that. So those of you who are particularly interested in things happening around you, not necessarily things happening within your group, and especially even more so those that might be a little bit paranoid, Lenza, have noticed that as you are discussing the dragon, and as Willibrod has been not quiet in his bringing forth the information, the Slywink is quiet. Everybody has stopped talking, and everybody has stopped moving. Everybody is looking in your direction. Not that there was a lot of people in here who are patrons, but this is also including the staff and everybody.
Are they looking at us in a good way or a bad way?
Column A, column B. Maybe are these guys fucking nuts? Or
Oh, that's all right then.
Or knucking futs.
monkey butts.
There's definitely something that's not sane.
Well, no, we're adventurers. Clearly not.
Well, they're adventurers in here looking at you that way.
Are we still in there, or have we left by now?
No, we are still in here. Because otherwise, how would we see this?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
because
what I'm wondering.
you have not left yet. No one has said, yes, we're absolutely leaving. So this discussion is just...
Yeah, we were hanging around, well, because Vexxi wanted to check the mail and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, we were about to leave, but we haven't actually left yet. Lenza just ignores it because Lenza's used to this. Lenza doesn't give a shit.
Lenza gives no shits.
Well, I sort of say to the guy, don't know, and someone and everyone in particular, well, do you want to help slay the dragon? Someone's got to do it.
Someone will pipe up at that point. You've seen them around before. This guy... Where is he? Hang on, that's not the right one. This one he'll do. Is that the one? Yep. Okay. Obadiah. He's like, dragons are very interesting creatures. If you go to fight it, surely you go to die. The danger is great. Is it worth the glory? The honor? How many of you will return? What will you gain?
I go to fight orcs and protect the trade route, the
That,
lifeblood of the valley.
that is noble. That is a worthwhile endeavor. Dragons.
Hopefully the true heroes for the valley will be able to fight the dragon, and we will support them by defeating the orcs in the area. But we'll only know what we can do if we go and talk to them. They will better direct us. Sir Etienne, a true hero, will know what to do.
Yes, I know of Sir Etienne. I have discussed many things with him. He is a noble and valiant warrior, but noble and valiant warriors die in droves against dragons. What is it the dragon wants? Maybe you should consider that. If it attacked, as the halfling here has said, the small elven enclave, to what purpose? What was there? As far as I can know, they were a small group isolated from Shilshanek who had nothing to do with anybody. Completely and utterly isolated, staying to their woods, the Varthwood. Maybe the dragon just wanted something that they had. Maybe the dragon will leave. Maybe the dragon's already left.
Hey, win-win.
Hey,
Or maybe the dragon is sitting there upon their charred remains, waiting for heroes to come so that it can furnish its hoard and eat those that deem themselves worthy.
well, we certainly heed your words. We don't. However flippant I may sound, we do not go into this lightly. And if we can get that get the dragon to move along without having to try and attack it, I'd be okay with that.
A small halfling who you've seen around as well, wears a buff coat and a large weather-beaten hat, will say, sit down, Obadiah, git. Look, I'll come with you. What's the worst that can happen?
Fire, lots of fire.
I don't worry about that. I'll come with you. Sounds enthralling.
Well, it certainly could be. What you send me of a martial inclination? Do you what other skills? What other skills do you have, Prithee?
That I am willing to go with you into the Maw of the Dragon. Surely
Yeah.
that is skill enough that you... I mean, if you don't want me to go, then...
No. Well, welcome aboard, friend, says Shiro, reaching out a hand. Hey,
I'm Robin.
the plan's to kill orcs, but anyway,
I'm sure you wouldn't shed a few tears over some greenskins, would you?
Well, they're not green in
Well,
they're
sorry.
more sort of grey.
greyish.
Sorry, I was. Well, let's say, would you want to shed tears over putting a few of those sharps and some degenerates? Would you?
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not.
Well,
Especially
hopefully.
Especially if another valiant halfling, he'll punch Willibrod on the arm. At which point, Willibrod will stagger slightly and rub his arm, his shoulder. As long as another valiant halfling has come along for the ride, then absolutely.
Of course I am.
What say you,
You
brother?
think that I would sit out of this? And he licks his eye.
Yeah, that was Willibrod. He did it too.
I know. I'm just saying, Lato's like, I'm a halfling.
Absolutely.
Oh, we off to see the wonderful wizard.
Yes.
Yep, we are.
Maybe not all of us.
Or we all just rock up out the front of his door at night with torches
I assume it's not night, is it?
No.
Yeah.
in a thundering
I
storm. with
assume-
pitchforks.
Some of us need to go and actually get supplies. I'd imagine.
Sure, got to buy some flour.
Sean might have to go to the clergy and buy a crap ton of healing potions.
That's a good idea.
Can you do that?
Some burn potions.
Nothing else, just a bunch of even just a bunch of mines is good. Seriously.
Lenza would like to go see Lashinara, but that's just me.
As will I.
Is anybody not going to Lashnara? He has a big house.
Hero won't go.
Number 11, I believe.
All the two.
No, that's do explains. It's been a while.
I thought it was
Must be
43.
Maybe it is. Yes, it is. You are correct. I think it was. No, that's 43.
No,
It's
that's
Derek the
Derek,
Tanner.
huh?
It's been a while
So
since I've
it's
gone into there.
24 then.
24, yes.
Over
It's around
here.
there somewhere.
Yep.
Yep.
24 indeed. Third time.
Right
I've
there.
All right. Whoever's going to there can just chuck your token over there so I know who's going.
I bid farewell to Obadiah and thank him for his advice, and you can comment that's glad to see. Glad to see either there are some from the north who are civilized.
Is there anybody who is not going there, and if so, where or what are you doing? Sean said he is going to go and see if he can get some healing potions.
Mhm.
What about
And that's where he is.
what about Shiro?
Shiro's gonna go get some flour.
Okay,
How much
Wherever
are
that
healing
is.
potions?
it depends. There's no flat price for them.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to come by, especially since
Minerva's gonna go.
Is Minerva going? Is Minerva going?
Nah, she'll Oh, yeah, she'll go.
Okay, even with
Yeah.
Willibrod in tow.
Oh nope, I take it back. Minerva's like, I'm staying here. Maybe Jaquan will turn up.
Yeah, I quickly asked Minerva about the stuff she put in the
The cart.
wagon.
Yeah, so she's put warning sticks, which you guys have used before. You just plant them in the ground when you go to on watch, and pull them out in the morning. And she's put crybabies, which make noise after you throw them. And she's also made sound grenades, which just scream really loudly when they hit the ground. So you throw them and they make lots of noise. The difference between them and the crybaby is that the crybaby just makes a little bit of noise, so it's like a distraction, whereas the grenade just makes heaps of sound. Hopefully, canceling out any racket you're making / just make a lot of noise. It's annoying. It's distracting. Stops people from yelling out orders. That sort of thing. Covers up people sneaking. Yeah.
As
That's
long
all.
as it's not that person who threw it.
Well,
Okay.
no, because it, yeah, but it's a huge distraction. It's super annoying. Yeah.
We know.
Right.
Speaking of, well, not really distractions, but I did during the break get that ring of Filiary. What was it?
Filius.
Filius identified in the end.
Hey, nice.
What did it end up doing?
It's a -1 reaction modifier. Oh, probably
Wow.
a ring of seduction.
awesome.
Seduction? Is that what you'd call it? Something like that?
Seduction?
Yes, but it's only for a woman trying to influence a man.
Well, am I just gonna get all the match guiders? I mean, I'm not complaining, but that's all there.
Vash is a female.
Yeah.
Gosh,
is a female. Seems like a baby doesn't synergize with the what's the charisma of Vash?
Well,
6?
actually,
Not the lowest.
would it not be better for Uldarin?
Uldrain.
Oh, maybe.
Uldrain
No.
isn't really around at the moment, but
No, but
if and when they join us, maybe.
It's the same on Minerva as it is on Hypatia, but Hypatia tends to talk to people a lot more. So,
who wants
yeah.
that?
Lenza probably shouldn't have this. Not really up their alley somehow.
Look, I don't think that that's necessarily a personal item. I think that that's an item that we swap around as needed, sort of thing.
Agreed.
So
I
what,
think...
what does it mechanically do? Sorry.
-1 reaction modifier when worn by a female trying to influence a male.
Yeah.
Reaction modifier being like the charisma based one.
Yeah, if you're hiring a
-1's
mercenary or something like that.
The bigger the negative, the better.
So, for instance, if I was to trying to convince Castellan Jr. to pay us more for killing the river monster,
Exactly.
I get a -2 instead of a -1 on my 2d6, and lowers better.
Got it.
Yeah.
Lenza has never tried to do any of that, so that's why I've got no idea.
I don't know why it's easy. Why the ring makes it easier to undo your top button, but apparently it does.
It is an engagement ring.
Yeah. Between the spirit of the forest and... Then again, Minerva doesn't want to have anything to do with that ring. So, never mind.
Do we still have the taxidermy, or is that completely destroyed?
I thought that was completely destroyed.
It was destroyed.
Okay, cool.
We've got the broken glass case.
Yeah, I figured that's not important anymore. We should probably remove that off the item list, Grail, if you got a second then.
You guys can... Oh, no, it's fine. We can leave it there because it has stats in it that...
Yep.
Oh, right, is that okay? Yeah, okay, cool, fair.
Does the old crazy alchemy guy just have alchemy items in stock?
Yes.
No,
we've been there within 2 months. Like we don't need to go back there for quite a while.
Sure you do. He's your best mate.
But
what do you want to get from there, Vash? You can certainly go there and try to take the ring.
I would recommend not going there alone.
Not as a half orc.
Hell no.
Seems ill-advised.
He's already licking your hand without the ring. Imagine what the ring could do now.
He is
Give me free
harmless.
stuff.
Harmless.
So do I take it off my character sheet? And who's going to take it?
Shotgun group treasure for now.
Who's carrying it, though? You need to mention that, because if someone falls into a pit of lava...
Yeah, exactly.
Or is eaten by a dragon.
Or is
Fine,
eaten by a dragon.
Hypatia should
realistic
use it at
here.
the moment because she's with us, so just put it on Hypatia's character sheet.
Yep.
Because you do the most talking and negotiating.
Alright. If that's the case, those of you who do head to Lashanaras, so that means that, Aaron, you have nobody heading to Lashanara. Alright. His house, large, low, looks pretty average on the outside other than its size. When you go to approach, the door will open and you'll hear a voice from inside say, "Come in, friends, come in." It seems to be a fairly light musical voice, female. I'm not going to try and do a female and insult every female out there, especially what is clearly an elven lilt to the voice.
Oh, I. Sure, let's wander inside, I guess.
Right,
Greetings!
it's Eldraine. You know that she stayed here with Lashanaar previously.
Good to see. Joanna, good to see you. How are you adjusting? Okay. I mean, it's been a while.
Sort of. It's been an interesting time, being alive again. So, I guess Lashanaar has been helping me work some things out. You're here to see him, are you?
Yes.
He's currently in his room, talking to another young man about something. Where is Lashanaar's? Do I have Lashanaar's house still? Or have I archived that? It might still be covered in blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's have a look. There it is. Is it covered in blood?
Look, we weren't. We have been that we have had a encounter in this. That
Yeah, it's
it was
covered
when
in blood.
it was when Kerodin turned into a monster and tried to assassinate Lasanara.
So we won't worry about that. I'll flick Lashanaar up on the screen though for those who have not seen him previously. There he is. And Eldraine for those who have not seen her. Where is she? Sheets Eldraine. Eldraine appears to be an elven monk, or at least that's the kind of gear that she's wearing, and she carries herself in a fairly disciplined manner, but she has other things like fetishes, etc. on her, which seem to be arcane in nature. That's for Vash and Zhang's information. She's like, come in. He's always only too happy for you to be here, as far as I'm aware anyway, and I don't think would be too upset. He's given me the run of his place. So come in, sit down. Can I get you something to eat, drink? We don't have much in here, but I can find something for you.
Sure. I will take some tea if you don't mind.
Absolutely. My, aren't you an interesting little creature? She says to the toad, which he just licks his eyeballs. Gets a big
To be
smile
fair,
on his
Latoad
face.
is not there, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right. Well,
He's with Sheriff.
yes. Aren't you an interesting little creature? She says to nobody in particular.
To Willowbroad.
Oh, Willowbroad. Oh, recognized last.
She knows Willowbroad. She's seen him before. She's tended to ignore him a little bit. So she'll get tea for everybody. Maybe. She kind of raises an eyebrow, looking at Vash.
That's
tea.
when she got rest.
Do you want tea?
Uh,
I don't know what half-orcs like to drink.
what type of tea?
Blood mostly, but
No, it's not blood.
where
It's not blood tea. It's some herbal tea. Lashanaar thinks it calms the mind. It seems to do a good job. It's quite nice.
Oh, I do want some calming tea.
Absolutely. I'll get tea for everybody then.
I will decline this. Sorry.
Do you want something else? He has some juice, I believe.
I am fine.
Okay. She'll go and start pottering around. She seems to be reasonably domesticated here, getting to grips with her new state of being. And she'll start bringing out cups and saucers and a little pot of tea. Smells quite nice, very fresh. So what brings you to see Lashanara?
Well, we heard that Sir Etienne and the Knights Vigilant were up in the city of Stumpflat. We heard there were orcs and heard there was a dragon.
Ah, nasty, nasty business. Yes, I believe it has destroyed a settlement of my kin.
As at least that's what we've heard. We might be sure to go there ourselves, but Willowbod generally has accurate information.
Yes. I don't really know what Lashana is planning to do. I do know that Sir Etienne and his companions did head up there about a week or so ago. I believe they were initially concerned about other things, and this has taken everybody by surprise. I don't think Lashana will be too long. And as soon as she says that, the doors will open and Lashana will come out. He is looking tired. He's got large bags under his eyes. He's kind of stooped. He's leaning heavily upon his staff. His beard is unkempt, grey flecks in it. Eyes are red, bloodshot. He looks up. Friends. Yes, trying times indeed. And he sees Willowbroad. I bet that little one's told you about the dragon, hasn't he? Are you intending to charge off to battle it?
Well, we are intending to help. I'm sure yourself and Sir Etienne Brotherhood know more about what's going on, and it seems like that is the most pressing issue in the valley at the moment. Any assistance we can offer would be well received, hopefully.
If not the dragons, then the orcs.
Yes. The orcs. I think the best person to talk to about the orcs would be Donegan. I think he is rousing forces to go and intercept and try to take the fight to them. The dragon has put changed the landscape, so to speak. Let me just, you'll walk over and you'll grab a cup and pour yourself some tea. His hands seem to be shaking, which is unusual. He always seemed to have been in control previously. He just looks very tired. You'll take a long drink.
Does something mean you seem taxed?
I'm just tired. I have slept barely an hour in the last week, I would assume. I am at my wit's end, and also my body is about to give out. I need to rest. But I can't at the moment. There are things afoot, and I need to be dealing with them. I did mention to you before about a young man that I knew, Dorian. He's actually here with me now. I said that I would introduce you, and it's serendipitous that you have arrived. And it's probably a good thing. But the dragon, yes, you're intending to go and fight this dragon, or help how you can. What is your plans? Please tell me. I'm interested to know what it is you want, rather than me tell you what I need. What do you think you can offer? He'll sit down and slump.
Well, we should try and get this short. We will go up there. We want to go to. We will try and meet the Etienne or someone from the Knights to see what information they have found, and probably go from there. But we certainly from what little we know of the dragons, we don't want to go take it on unless there's no other choice. Perhaps there's some. Perhaps the dragon has some motive to being here that we can.
Oh, it has a motive. There's always a motive behind the plans of dragons and the actions. They don't do things. Well, they do things on whim, but the whim is always part of some long scheme or short scheme or scheme. My concern is that the settlement that it destroyed, as far as we can tell, in the Varthwood Shulvarth, it's completely gone. And I don't mean just burned to the ground and all its inhabitants slain, though that is probably a fait accompli. I mean, I cannot see it. I cast my mind into the void to try to find information about what is happening there, so I can pass that on to Gorast and then on to the Brotherhood. But I cannot see it at all. It is shielded from me. Every part of that settlement, the Elven Enclave, may as well never have existed. I can't even see a single ember.
It's
If you are to
was
go,
troubling.
if you are to go in, if anyone is to go in, it is blind. I don't know what this dragon wants. I don't know if it has found what it wants. I don't know if the elves were hiding something there. The elves of Shulvarth have always been secretive, have always been reclusive. They split from the elves in the valley prior to the Reckoning, and they have had very little dealings with any elves or anyone else. No non-elf is allowed within their woods, and especially within their settlement. But I had always been able to cast an eye upon it. Now it is gone, utterly.
There's
So if you wish to go up there and help, by all means. The valley is short on people willing to do the right thing. There's too much political posturing, too many machinations, too many people vying for control of power that they don't rightfully or shouldn't rightfully be seeking. But that is just the way of men. That is the way of these people, and it always will be. And I am tired of dealing with it.
the men play the game, the gods play the game. It's just a matter of who the pawns are.
I'm more concerned, though, with what is happening in Shulshanek and what is happening down near the Slaughter Scar. There are so many things moving in the valley at the moment that I cannot keep up with them. You have touched upon some of these. The Brotherhood has touched upon some of these. Other adventurers have touched upon some of these. And I've been trying to keep on top of things, just so I can at least know what is happening and that I can possibly move pieces in response. But Shulshanek is preparing for war.
Yes, I was. Lenza will gently interrupt this stage and say, yes, I recently visited Shilshanek over the past month. They are. I've never seen my people like that, and I'm still not sure why, but they seem determined to throw themselves into the void.
They are preparing for a war they cannot win, but they don't care. They are on the precipice, and it is certain that they will plunge over it sometime in the future. Now, if that possibly has something to do with this dragon, I don't know. Possibly. They are elves, and elves are secretive. The raptors are more active in the valley now than they have been any time I can remember. So, and unfortunately, one of the people who I trusted among their kind is dead. But that being what it is, the precipice that they are about to throw themselves off will cause great harm to the valley. Even though they will fall, they may cause irreparable damage. They can't win, but everybody may lose. So I'm concerned about them. the Slaughter Scar and Quell's posturing and his mercenary camp down there. We had a chat about this previously, and they are searching for something within that I believe should probably remain hidden, hopefully, but it can't be. There's too many people, too many things moving, looking for it. There is the Sybil of the Lantern Bearer making plays from the Grove of Icicles. You've met her before, I believe you mentioned her to me once. She's got her agents out and about. I don't know. I just need to sleep. If you want to go up and have a look and see what's going on, by all means, feel free. Take young Dorian here with you if you want. Find Etienne. Find the Brotherhood. But there's a lot of things going on. The dragon may stay in the Varthwood, may stay in Shulvarth. The dragon may be dead, I don't know. I find it unlikely.
We won't know until we go there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so glum, old boy, says Willibrod. It's fine. We'll go up there, we'll take these mighty warriors and heroes, we'll find Sir Etienne, and they can put the foul beast down, I'm sure of it. Lashnar will smile ruefully. Where are the others? You had a few others. The half-elf. Where's she? Gnome.
They're out collecting supplies.
Kruber.
Getting
For our
slowly
trip.
angrier about Willibrod making her miss this meeting.
Yes.
Where's
So yes, they're gathering supplies for our trip north and possibly our possible long-term stay there, depending on how things go.
Stumpflat is an important waypoint in the valley. By all means, if it was to be destroyed, then the valley would lose a very vital route for commerce, trade. It would be detrimental in the short term and disastrous in the long term if it was to go, especially if it was to be held by enemies. Unfortunately, Donalgan's forces that he is trying to muster to go north, he can't muster everybody that he would want, I'm certain of it. As much as I'm not a fan of the captain, he is a competent and valuable military leader. But Quell's plays with his mercenaries have drawn the forces out thinner than Donalgan would like. There are constant raids from the lizard men. There are other activities. Androshell has been stirred up again. Forces are needing to be taken in many directions. He doesn't have the manpower to wage war, only to shore up bastions, fortifications. Stumpflat may end up being besieged. The orcs are numerous. They have been driven, it seems, by the dragon.
As a distraction, or possibly as somewhat willing accomplices.
Yes to both. It doesn't take much for an orc to want to lay waste to anything. And they are a definite and very easily goaded distraction because they are so destructive, because they are so horrible to those that they attack. They draw attention. They draw forces. They would overrun Stumpflat. The garrison there, I believe, was only 10, although it was doubled recently. But 20 garrison are not much to defend even a small town against a force of orcs. Thankfully, the orcs mostly are still in the valley, the Arashu Valley, and have just been coming out in small raiding parties. But they have been harrying people upon the road. Caravans are being disrupted. You'll take another drink. So, that is what I have, and it is not much. I am beyond tired, and I need to head back to Shulshanek soon. Even though they're not letting anyone other than elves through their gates, I have diplomatic ties, I guess, with a number of the people there, and I am still on speaking terms with members of their royalty, at least for now. Do you still wish to go to find this dragon?
Yep. Well, not particular. Well, if we don't find the dragon, we still sounds like we have some orcs to kill. Either way, I think we're going there.
Very well. If that's what you want, then absolutely. I commend you for your bravery and for your duty to the valley and these people within, even if they do not know who you are or do not care. I'll do what I can to aid you. Unfortunately, as I said, I am pulled in every direction at once. Dorian will go with you, I am sure.
So he looks kind of he looks interested.
And it is the Dorian that you met in the bakery, absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt. Have we met Dorian before?
No, you're meeting him now.
Yeah, okay, cool. So,
Do you wanna-
have we heard of him before?
Yes, Lashnara mentioned him a number of sessions ago. Before you went to the ruins of Androshell and you were talking about going to the Slaughter Scar,
Yep.
Lashnara mentioned that you might want to gather more adventurers, and he said that there is a young magic user who he has taken under his wing and would introduce you when the time was right or when he was available. And this
Okay,
is
yeah,
he.
no worries.
So we should. Is that whispers? It is. For all from sure.
The rage.
I
The
couldn't
rage.
say anything. I'm just listening.
So let's find Dorian. And there you go. I'll just show you the picture. Is he in? He's not in everybody's journals, so I'll just show him now. There we go. You can describe him, Al?
Dorian's he's sort of from the he's sort of a short, relatively short, not particularly well not particularly stockily built person, pretty skinny. He's got he's got like dark hair tied up in a bit of a scraggly ponytail. He's sort of a pretty tan compared to some of the people in the valley. You know, some of you may know that he's sort of people of that general description are kind of from the sort of the sort of the southwest of the land, and he's got he has a few bits and pieces, but particularly a rather nice looking map case. And what else do you have? A few other bits and pieces. Yeah, but he looks like he has some sort of unusual looks like some sort of blunt cudgel thing. And which has the words Rovigo engraved on it or carved into it in in Central. It's hello. I'm Dorian. I believe Hypatia. Hypatia, is it? I met you at the bakery. Yes, you did.
XP for role playing with yourself.
Wondered why there was such a long delay.
Who's getting a character? It's not easy to change hats.
Willibrod, can you go find, this is Lashnar, if these adventurers are going to go to the dragon, are you all, Lashnar will then move and discuss this with the whole room, the gnome and Minerva heading with you, or one of them, or both of them, none of them, any of those going? And what of that young priest, Sean? Is he heading there as well?
I believe Sean and Sure is. Minerva had some reservations, perhaps. Hypatia sort of does a sideway glance at Willibrod. She may have objections to some of the people coming along, but I can try and convince her.
Collect all those who are heading to the dragon here, please, Willibrod. Find them and bring them back here. We'll discuss this further when everybody is here. And Willibrod will go, yeah, sure. And he'll wander out, but not before he takes a cup of tea, drinks the contents, and puts the cup in his pocket.
Perfect.
And wanders out. Lashnar will shake his head, tap the saucer, and the cup will reappear.
Who actually on that note, are we taking model characters up? Like, is that what people are doing, or
if people wish, they are able to.
Cool.
If you are intending to go fight a dragon, it is possible that one or both of your characters may die, or none. You might roll all natural 20s. Who knows? Or the dragon might not be there. But if you want, you can. I would not gainsay you from taking multiple characters on a potentially dangerous mission.
So on that note, who is everybody bringing along?
Do you want Caradwin along as well?
No. Caradwin is off doing her own thing still.
Screw that bitch. With great prejudice. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Both Sean and Evan will head up. Why not?
Yeah. Join Hypatia. We're gonna have at it. Guess the orcs, or the dragon, or something.
Sure,
Minerva
we'll
coming with
go.
us?
Sure, will go. Minerva will only go if the group wants Minerva to go. Like if they're like, "Oh, come on, Minerva, we need your magical support."
Minerva's been doing their own thing for ages, so Lender is not that fussed.
Yeah, she's interested in helping the group out, but she doesn't want to fight a dragon, and she doesn't think you guys should fight a dragon either. Weirdly, she thinks that it's a good idea to evacuate the towns or
you can
help
always
the
turn up
garrison
and
or
you can
fight the
discuss this
orcs.
with them if you wish.
Okay, fine. She'll turn up.
No,
To say, I don't want to go.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Fine. There you go. Everyone's up there. Whee, it's a party. Everyone's invited. Okay.
The crew.
Party.
Eldrayan's there as well. Whee. And Kruber's there in spirit. Off to the side, drinking an ale. Lashanara, when Willibrod has left to go round up the rest of the group, actually starts snoring lightly in his chair. His eyes have rolled back into his head, and a little bit of drool drips down the side of his chin.
Well, we shall quietly leave him be until everyone else gets here.
It's fine, I'm okay.
Yep.
He says, still clearly asleep.
Well, Lindsay will fill the time by speaking to Ildren, and seeing how they're going.
Yes, it's been interesting. A lot has changed in the centuries since I died. And I'm still a little bit shaken. I have moments. I'm not sure if I'm alive or dead. It's disconcerting. The way I came back, in particular.
Yes, I can imagine it was not. It was a unique experience for myself as well.
I mean,
And I can barely imagine what you went through.
it tingles. It's like I am itchy, covered in ants. And whilst I am absolutely grateful for being given a second chance, and to you in particular for seeing to it that that thing brought me back, it still leaves me shaken, especially at night when it's dark. But otherwise, it's been interesting. It's been good to learn things. The knowledge that I had, I still have access to. But there are questions. Always there are questions, and I don't have answers to them yet. Lashnar has been trying to help me, but unfortunately, as you've heard, he is not able to help as much. He's given me free reign of his house and to his resources, and for that I am eternally grateful as well. And I have been reading and trying to study and to learn and to take the histories that I was denied and come up with a knowledge that I should have, but I just don't. But I'm getting there. How have you all been travelling since we last met at the Creamer Keep?
Not too bad, honestly. Like we were up around what's the name? What's the
Ruins of Vandershell?
we already forgotten. Yeah, we were up around the ruins of Vandershell trying to do some work there mainly. Unfortunately, it did not end the way we'd hoped, but we did manage to at least cut down the population of degenerates there.
For at least 2
Hopefully
weeks.
Yeah. Hopefully they won't be so eager to leave, or at least give any what's the word? Make any expeditions out of the keep or out of the ruins for a while. Apart from that, most of us have been just spent the last couple of months just by ourselves, I guess. Some of us were training, some of us were. I went back to Shilshanek to see the mess that's there. It's been, yes, a relatively calm couple of months compared to what we normally do.
I was in Shoshanek. It's
Yeah, is Minerva?
unpleasant. Yeah. Yes. Sure is like, of course, I would never go to a place full of knife ears.
you wouldn't be let in alive or dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Minerva's a half elf, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
An elf.
So,
We're just elves. Okay. Damn.
not according to my brethren Shelshanek. I've seen how even half elves have now become treated like second-rate
Second-class citizens. Yes, I felt prying eyes on me while I was there, like I was not quite trusted. But I did also meet up with a good friend, who offered me possible employment, so that was really nice. Yeah, Vildris is hanging around Shoshanek, and yeah, I met with him a few times. He's just such an amiable chap.
Lashnar will open his eyes. Don't trust that one.
Yes, I was about to say the same thing. He seems to have very much his own agenda.
Don't trust him.
Shira says, yeah, he's a knife ears.
Even more so.
Welcome, all of you. So, and he'll crack his back and his neck stretch. That's the longest I've slept for a long time.
I'm
So-
sorry, I'm going to be right back, but go on without me.
That's okay. Aldrain will just interrupt Flashnara there. I've been thinking there's a prophecy that I had, which I mentioned when I came back. And
Yes.
I'm just wondering if parts of it are pertinent to what is happening at the moment. I've been so wrapped up in my own struggles and trying to come to terms with what's happened that, to be honest, I hadn't really given it much thought about the prophecy, even though I'd been trying to find information on it. Lashanara had not been able to help me, though clearly he wanted to. There are parts of it, I believe, which might, well, the thing with prophecies is you can read into it what you will, I guess, but there are parts that I think might be occurring now.
What, the first two lines?
Well, there's a lot other than the first two lines, but the first two lines definitely. The scales cry, the peaks stir.
Hmm.
I mean, dragons, from my understanding, haven't been in the valley for a long time. I don't know when the last one was, but I don't recall a dragon from my previous life. Not any notable dragons anyway. Though I'm not sure if my memory may not have fully returned. It's foggy at best. But I mean, scales can mean lots of things, I guess. There are lots of creatures with scales. But I've come back from bones and dust, and now there is a dragon destroying elven enclaves and settlements and slaying its people. Coming from the mountains. Death holds no bonds. The elves are dying. I was dead. I'm just wondering what these lines all mean. There are other things in here as well that I've been thinking a little bit about. Someone's a moron, are they? So I'm just wondering whether or not we could find that my destiny or my fate is somehow wrapped up in this. Or perhaps the destiny of many, my predecessors, my master, or perhaps none, I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it.
This is just a tricky thing, but
I can tell you the full prophecy again if you want. The
I've got it
scales
written down.
cry, the peaks stir, death holds no bonds. Blood of all falls, drips crimson in cacophony, a paean of divine. The false sister will come once more, the queen no longer but a daughter still. Blood tides, rotting shadow, dying memories, the forgotten do not forget. The age of the falls shall cease, in light and shadows both, the echoing of tears. The day shall come when illusion is real. Anguish shall end at the hands of the lost, and the time of blasphemous malediction ended. So uncounted shall follow with hope of spring's return.
oh,
So there is much ambiguity there.
Mhm.
But I think that parts of it at least have something to do with what's happening at the moment. So, says Lashanara, that said, you all wish to head to Shulvar.
No, we want to head to Stump Flat.
You want
Don't
to
we?
head to Stump Flat, not to the dragon. You want to head for the Orc menace.
Isn't that where Sir Etienne is?
He is around that vicinity. But I
think we should
believe
head there first, at
I
least.
believe from the last contact I had with Gorast, that they were entering the eaves of Shulvar, since I had not eyes upon, entering the eaves of the Varthwood, since I had not eyes upon Shulvar, they were going to try and find information. Dangerous as it is, we
I
don't
think we
have
should
the
head to
information.
Stump Flat
We don't have
first.
the intelligence.
I think Stump Flat's probably the most intelligent move to start with.
Yeah, we might need to evacuate the town, or help fight the orcs off.
Or both.
Maybe Sir Etienne will have returned there by then with information.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we launch a rescue party for Sir Etienne from there. I don't know.
Are you all heading there?
I guess so.
Are there any
Yep.
that wish not to head there? No one will think less of you. At least, no one should think less of you.
Fine, it's fine. Prepared to go. Yeah.
He'll scratch his beard. Jane, Vash,
Mm.
I have not heard much from you. Is this what you're intending as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
I will follow the group.
Come, sheeple. There are dragons to kill.
Pretty sure this
I'm
was
not
a
sure about the
bad idea.
dragon, but I plan on cashing in on some orc hits.
Or should I say, there are dragons to feed.
Very well, very well. He'll get up, lean heavily once more upon his staff, and hobble off to one of his shelves. And he'll start looking through things and books, and then he'll find a small box, which he will retrieve from behind a couple of them, hidden out of the way. He'll dust it off and bring it over and set it upon a table. Within there are 3 eternal potions. Take them, use them. They're yours now. They will provide some healing, but they replenish each morning.
That's
Love this man.
Thank you. This is
hugely
indeed a most gracious gift.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
I have not more that I can give you. My resources are stretched thin at the moment. These are very precious, and they have been in my keeping for many years. You may have need of them, and it would be remiss of me not to provide you access to them.
Minerva will unsling her satchel with Jirill's spellbook in it and put that on the table in case you come across another worthy apprentice.
Orin kind of looks sideways at the spellbook.
Jirill was no friend of his.
The Lashnar will nod. Yes, yes. I will see whether or not this can be put to use. Those potions will heal 1d6 hit points each and replenish each morning. So there are 3 of them. You can determine who is carrying them.
Sorry, how much did they replenish?
1d6.
6.
Nevin should carry them all.
I think maybe Nevin, Barsh.
Nevin cannot use them.
Oh,
They get to
Nevin
throw them at the
can't
enemy.
use it. Varsh, maybe Uber?
I don't think Nevin should get them because he's probably got more hit points than everyone else combined.
Yeah, but they're best on the people who have a lot of hit points because they're just like a good heal. You're the people who are going to be at the front, that's all. Varsh is like often at the front. You know, Hypatia's at the front.
Zheng's
Kruger's at the front.
at the front because he just runs past everybody.
And I just
Yeah.
got faster, so
And
I
then-
am
and-
tempted
And
to
then
give
he
one
realizes that was a
to-
mistake.
Yeah, I am tempted to give one to, like, say that we should give one to Zhang, just because Zhang always seems to get hurt. So that's not. And if we put it on Zhang, he is able to get to someone.
He could be a handmaiden.
Exactly. He can be a
Yes.
handmaiden. So maybe we leave 2 on Zhang and 1 on Varsh. What do people think of that?
Oh, I think that's too many eggs in one basket. I
No,
think
because
one.
you can deploy them.
Oh,
Like, you're so good at getting places where they're needed.
Medic.
medic.
It just gives you. You are like a utility monkey, and like this just makes you have that much more utility.
I mean,
Like-
realistically, one of the biggest problems Sean has with healing anyone is the fact that you're nearly always miles away when you get hurt.
Exactly, and it's like
He's a
you know, you've
ranged
got to be in
character.
range. Exactly.
True.
So
He's an archer, so he's already like
yeah, too far
70
behind.
feet from you, and he only
Yeah.
moves 20 feet. So it's
No,
like, when you get hit,
I think that's a good. I think
Yeah.
that's a good move.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've become a bot holding green pots. Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally worth it. Consider, I mean, and even consider that time in the keep where you got oh sorry, with the Ruins of Angel Shell where you got we got pincushioned by those crossbow goblins. It took me like what 2 rounds for me to actually get there and administer the potion.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Whereas it would have been much. Yeah. So try not to get pin cushion.
Yeah.
As long as you're not the one who gets pin cushioned, we're all good.
Well, if you are, at least we know where the potions are to heal you with.
Well, that's true.
They'll be ready at hand.
And we have
Yes.
even more
in my
incentive.
bag.
We have even more incentive to get there and heal you because that's where the potions are.
I've
We don't want to lose the
hostage now.
potions.
At
Yeah.
this point, there is a bang loud
Oh.
from the door as it crashes inwards.
Ooh.
Hello.
Nevin spins around.
Who the
What? It's the ogre.
He's got
Oh,
money.
knives out.
And he will say, this big, fat, sleazy-looking man raises up his hand. I wish to cross the threshold and parley with you, Lashnar.
You can pull the fuck from over there, you scumbag.
I have information that would benefit everyone.
This is a bit why Hypatia actually wishes she kept her pistols on her in city limits, but she doesn't. She's got a chakram on her though.
I am here for peaceful negotiation. I know something. It threatens us all. I'm prepared to offer the information to you who will use it.
Then
This is a
spill it.
one-time offer, but I must cross the threshold.
I take it you guys know this guy?
Yeah, you know that
No.
little trouble we kind of got in.
Lashinara is looking a bit concerned, and he's gripping his staff, and his knuckles are going white.
I want to protect the sweet old man. No.
Well, the thing is, it's not our threshold, so
Yeah, it's Lashinara's call, but
Lashinara is
time.
not speaking at the moment. Seems to be cogs turning in his head as he's weighing things up. What do you want? Gothar. No pretense here then, is there, Lashinara?
Oh, seriously? Okay.
No pretense here. What is it that I want? I want to put an end to something which threatens many people, myself included. I like my skin upon my body. He will...
It's the best bit.
It is. He will slowly, well, it seems slowly because it's horrific in nature. Oops.
Transform into an ogre.
Transform into an ogre. Large, bloated.
Ooh.
I come.
Hey.
Maybe about
What the hell did I miss?
maybe about 8 to 9 feet tall, bloated. I come because I must. No pretense, Lashinara.
Hey, are you by chance related to Stella?
No.
That's good. I
I'm
wouldn't want to
laughing at
make her
character.
upset.
What was that, sorry, Oz?
I've just come back and apparently the ogres.
The ogre is standing
He
upon.
came to parley.
Let me cross your threshold, Lashinara, and I will give you this information freely, and then I will leave it to you to determine what to do with it. I am not here seeking vengeance or violence upon you or anyone. I could have left you to your own plans, fraught though they are and full of holes. You hear a scream from outside. Time is running out, Lashinara. Stay your dogs and invite me in.
Did his clothes just rip apart?
It's all magic. He is an
Oh.
ogre,
That was very important for me to know.
but if you wanted it to, I did say it was disturbing and distressing. Maybe it is. You know.
Hulk physics, the pants always stays on.
Thank God.
Hulk brand elastic.
Lashinara looks to you all. I'm inclined to let him in.
All right.
It's your
Just-
call, but you
We'll
said
just, we'll just keep some of us in between you and him.
yeah.
Yeah, Nevin's gonna stand at the front.
Yep.
Zhang prepares his killing blow with his unarmed strikes.
Yes,
that's
well, at
my-
least he's got
My
unarmed strikes.
guns.
My weapons are going to be out, but not ready.
Do we have weapons?
Well, I'm in my civvy, so I've basically got heavy clothing and a dirk and and a couple of chakrams. So not exactly up for tanking, but ogre.
Mm. Yes, I imagine I don't have any of my weapons on me.
Come in then, Gotha, and tell us what it is that you want, please. And he smiles with a pained smile upon his face.
Oh god, that's horrible. You don't need to do that.
That was Lashanara.
Oh,
The ogre,
okay.
the ogre will then tentatively put its foot across the threshold, touch his foot. You can't see me, but I'm doing it here myself. To the ground. His facial expression seems to be expecting pain. He has none. And then he crosses the threshold, suddenly rising up even further to maybe about 10 feet tall, all told. I come because I told you I have information, and I do. There are dangers afoot in the scar. The mercenaries there have found something that should remain hidden, and it has called, and people and things have answered. It needs to be stopped, and he'll point, and it needs to be stopped soon.
Hmm.
The warlord has arisen and is marshalling forces.
We had heard that the warlord had arisen.
Soon the valley and all you hold dear will be swept aside. And then what would I do? But that is the truth.
Is it now? Because you've told us the truth twice before, and both times were a lie.
I never said they were the truth. You believed what you wanted to believe, because you were greedy. So very greedy. But this is the truth. The scar is open. The warlord has arisen. And a fragment has been found. It calls. I hear it. It echoes. And the 8 are not pleased. That, he then looks towards Shiro and Sean, should interest you, pious ones.
Oh, it's interesting Minerva a lot.
That,
Are you talking about a fragment of the 9th?
a fragment of some divine creature, some divine thing is buried well below the surface. And it is being sought by those who should not seek it, and it will bring ruination. And as much as I enjoy the chaos that may unfold, it will be unstoppable and cataclysmic, and I do not want that. That is the information that I am going to give you.
You know how long
Your
it will
place
take
is
the
very
warlord?
nice, Lashanara. You've done wonders with it. Anyway, I think I should leave before my welcome is worn out. Choose your choice. Choose your path wisely. He points to you all. There are things afoot in this valley that none of you are aware of.
Before he goes, Zheng would like to ask if that fragment is in the shape of a cube, 2 inches in all dimensions.
2 inches?
Is that inches or is that feet? Oh, that's feet. never mind.
Twitches is. Have you ever watched This is Spinal Tap?
I have not.
You need to watch it and then see what happens when people get the single dash and the double dash confused.
Yeah, Imperial units. Yeah, disgusting. Be centimeters or be nothing.
There's a big difference between 18 and a single dash and 18 and a double dash.
Mm-hmm.
But then centimeters is not a great unit either.
Anyway,
Not in the
What do you
engineering
want it
world.
in cubits?
No,
you
millimeters
wanted
or
in
meters.
millimeters. Yeah,
Anyway,
Come on,
Oh, yes,
micrometers, megameters.
plank
Okay.
lengths. Anyway, the ogre will look at Zhang. I know not what shape it takes, nor what containment unit it may be in, if any, but it is there. It calls, it whispers. Find me. Use me. Free me.
You think that we're going to be better than the mercenaries in this regard? In resisting this?
The mercenaries do not know what they are dealing with. They are soldiers. Put them on a field of battle, and they will hold the day. Throw them into a crawling, cavernous, ruinous depths, and they die. I've seen
Nova
many of them
says-
die.
It sounds like you're scared. It sounds like you want a favor from us.
The favor is that I give you the information and you do with it as you will. It affects you, it affects me, it affects all. That
Well, then
is the
why don't
favor.
you come with us? If it affects you as well, because you want us to risk our lives and you want to risk nothing.
I
Well, you've
risk
given us this information.
everything by coming here into Lashanaro's sanctum. That is the information. My risk, if this occurs, is less than yours. You should act upon it. Or your little civilizations, your settlements, your people, the innocents in the valley. Their lives will be snuffed out like a candle. Dangerous times are unfolding. Dangerous times. And as much as I enjoy the imminent demise of many of you, it would leave me bored. But there is a danger to myself, yes. That is information. Do with it as you will. He turns and moves out of the room, and as he does so, he returns back to his human form and then moves off.
With clothes on?
Yes, because it's magic.
Oh, nice. Respectable.
Why is that the aspect you're focusing on, Raj?
Just as a question,
I
was
need
there
a visualization.
just as a question that's all important, was there ever an opportunity for Minerva to pickpocket him?
No.
Damn.
What pockets are you picking?
Hey,
It's
he's got a
It's
wand
fold.
somewhere.
skin pockets.
Ooh.
After he leaves, Lashnar will just throw his stuff on the ground. Well, this is interesting.
Yep.
Hey, it sounds like we're going to the Scottestar.
I
It
mean,
does, doesn't it?
Mm.
I mean, trick us once. Trick us
Because
twice.
3 times.
It's time for the trifecta.
When I don't know. I know there's no like proper like way to tell this, but like, did Lenza get the sense that the ogre was telling the truth? Like, did Lenza think that this was another just another trick or trap or whatever, or did
If only people had blessings, they might be able to play.
That me.
Oh, wait.
Oh, by the way, Canto, you did get rid of that wound. Sorry, so you can.
Ooh. Out of here. Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that. It is gone. You are hale and hearty.
Ah, finally.
But as to knowing
Yeah.
whether or not
I
the
will-
ogre was telling the truth or not,
Sure, yes, I will. I guess I will. I will use one of my minor blessings then.
sure. Flick it on the table. Let's have a squeeze.
It's not too late to play them.
That works. There
Personally,
it is.
I believe that it's true because of what the brothers said to us. But yeah.
It's good to check. I think this is a well worth
Oh
spending.
yeah, totally.
Definitely.
I just don't have any.
Where's
so.
that?
Yeah. I think I had something, but I
Let me
used it.
put myself on a token. There it is. There.
How do we see it?
I'm bringing it up now.
Yeah,
Make it
Grail will
big.
bring it up.
I was on the wrong map on my DM screen. Sacrifice 1d 10 times 100 XP to ask the DM a single question within reason. The DM will answer truthfully if you can make a successful ability check on the lower of your intelligence or wisdom. Alright, so first things first. Roll,
We'll never learn anything. No.
roll 1d 10.
Yep, we can do that.
So
7.
700 experience. Alright, are you choosing
I guess
intelligence or wisdom? And what is the question?
I can't choose, doesn't it say lower?
The lower of, yes. So I don't know which one it is for you. So
It is will be my intelligence.
Okay.
Luckily, they are both somewhat decent.
Okay. And what is the question that you're going to ask?
Well, that's a good one. I'll open it up to the party.
Is
How
Giard
should it
telling the
work?
truth?
That seems way too broad.
Okay. Sure.
Hey, if you can get away with it.
I'm saying, should we go to the thing? Should we ask a question directly about the ogre, or should we ask a question more about the situation that the ogre described?
Hmm.
Was more my thinking.
You could ask something about the warlord traveling. It's an actual. It's not a yes or no question, is it?
No.
Yeah. So we could ask when the warlord will get to the tower, or when the black tower. No, the inverted tower, not black tower. When we would need to get. No, that's not going to help either. Damn it. I don't know. Something about the inverted tower. And when we have to get there.
You want to try and
But
loop that in.
Yeah, but no, that doesn't actually help us because the inverted tower doesn't necessarily mean when the valley's going to be destroyed.
No.
Like, so the question would probably be better to be, do we need to head to the inverted tower now to save the valley? Or when do we need to head to the inverted tower to save the... Or should we head to the inverted tower as soon as possible to save the valley? Or, yeah, I don't know. There's something along those lines. I'm sure there's a better way of wording it that means, like, that gives us a time frame of when we need to go.
Okay, I guess the first thing, do we feel the need to attempt to verify what the troll has said?
Yes, that was
Yoga.
why I originally did it, because Luther does not trust the ogre, and I think we need to actually figure out whether this is all actually truthful or not,
I think that's probably the smartest move.
rather than
Okay.
time frames. No,
I mean, if the ogre's telling
Fair
the
enough.
truth, he's already told us that the time frame is urgent.
Yeah.
So that question is confirmed by default.
Alright, so how about...
So
Is
that
the
would just
ogre
be,
sending us?
Is the
Well,
ogre setting us
he
up?
probably is, but that doesn't mean that it's not true.
Not
still.
true. That's right.
'Cause, yeah, it's more, is the urgency that this ogre spoke about true? in the Slaughter Scar. Or
Greg,
is
where do
heading
you
to
think we
the
should go?
Why?
is heading to the Slaughter Star truly urgent, like the ogre told us,
It's
What about
for the
hilarious.
safety
about
of the people of the valley?
It's truly
about-
hilarious.
what about something a bit like what did the ogre not tell us about the Slaughter Scar slash what was it, the War Master?
The
Warlord.
Warlord. Yeah, that's much better actually. I like that.
Because we might get some new information, and also
Yeah.
possibly, and if it was a straight up lie, we would probably find out that too, right?
Yeah. What is the ogre not telling us about the Slaughter Scar and the Warlord? Oh,
Who's the
it might
Warlord?
just give us lots of inane information that's irrelevant.
Yeah, like the warlord has an awesome hairdo.
Yeah, the Warlord is 6'2" and likes cologne. Too much cologne and gold chains. Oh,
Yes.
no.
I would assume Grail wouldn't just completely screw us over with this, but that's that could be an entirely different thing.
Have you met him?
That's not him screwing us over. That's us screwing ourselves
Sounds
over.
over.
But,
Yeah,
Well,
true.
yes, with ambiguity and
Sometimes simplicity is the best.
I think I like that question. I think I like the
simplicity is the best.
what is the ogre not tell? What did the ogre not tell? Like not telling us about the Slaughter Scar Tower, Inverted Tower, and the Warlord.
It still doesn't tell us if he's telling the truth.
Well, I would assume if he made it all up, that would be
yeah,
a big
it would
thing that
tell
he's
us
not telling
something
us.
that he didn't tell us. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but he could be he could be telling the truth or not telling the truth, no matter what answer we get.
Yeah, because it's not. What he isn't telling us about the tower is not critical on him telling the truth.
That's right.
Well, that's all the thing.
How could he be lying and it not tell us that he was lying?
Yeah, that's a thing. Like that, I feel like that would be a very valid point, because if he is making it up and lying, there would be probably nothing else to tell us about. Because there's nothing. Because it's just something he's made up. If I make up, oh yes, I did X, this and this and this. The only thing that I'm not telling people is that it didn't happen, because
And
there's
it's a
nothing else.
lie.
Yeah, there's
exactly. What
there's
he's
nothing
not
else to
telling
tell
us is
me.
that it's a lie.
Yeah, there's nothing else to tell, because if he just made it up, there's no extra information, because it's all made up by him.
He didn't include JK at the end. That's what he didn't tell us. JK. Like, I don't know. Well, whatever. I mean, if you think that we should just ask, is it a lie? I'm fine with that too. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
I'm not playing a card, so
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
I
So
think
it's up to you.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think we'll see how that goes.
All right, write your
So-
question down. Just type it out.
Yep, that's a good idea. So,
the longer it is, the less
What was
loopholes it's
the-
going to have.
what was the name of the yoga that Lanashinara used?
Gotha.
Goth. How do you spell that?
It's got non-English characters in it.
Okay, I'll just say ogre then.
Sure.
The ogre just in the room that we were talking to. Standing.
Okay. How on a scale of genie to how bad are you gonna screw us over for grammar, Grail?
This is a good time to find that out.
It
Yeah.
depends.
The ogre that sometimes goes is sometimes goes under the syndrome of Giard. How's
so
that?
these blessings, are you calling upon the gods? It depends
Yeah.
how much the gods like you, whether or not I'll screw you over. But
Yeah,
generally, I'm not going to screw you over much. But the wording, especially if you
Important.
try and put a lot of multiple questions in there with ands, that could possibly not be good for you. If you try to make the information or the question too broad, that may not be good for you either. These are just it's kind of the same thing with wishes if you ever get access to a wish spell.
Yep, cool. Okay. In that case, I think I'm just gonna go. What is the ogre not telling us about the warlord and the tower? Actually, did the ogre mention the tower at all?
No, Slaughter Scar.
Cool. I will go and the Slaughter Scar.
The urgent problem in the Slaughter Scar.
It's the urgent problem with Slaughter Scar, not don't mention the warlord by name.
Oh yeah, and the warlord. You can and
Don't mention
and
the
the
warlord.
Yeah.
oh, you could also mention the fragment if you want. Although they really hate the fragment. Definitely don't mention the fragment.
Yep.
Never mind.
So what is the ogre not telling us about the warlord and the urgent problem for the scar? Yep. Cool. So
All right, so that's a pretty broad, ambiguous question, but that's fine. Make your ability check.
Now, can we throw minor blessings at to increase his odds, or is it just
No, you can if you want.
let's roll? Sure, I will do that.
Can I throw major blessings to increase his odds?
The major
probably
blessing,
not worth a major.
there's
Probably not worth a
major
major
blessing doesn't change it. It just increases the distance that you can provide the
Ah,
Why
benefit
would
to
you
it.
not use some of your minor ones?
Well, yeah, but my minor ones are useful.
Okay. Fine.
Major ones have very large penalties if I use them.
Yes, and also you do a 4, right?
Hmm?
You do
He's
a
got
4
4
of them.
minors.
I suffer
Oh,
the
you got a
wrath.
trinket.
Yeah, I've got a trinket. I don't
Yeah.
have any.
Anyway, cool.
I suffer the wrath of the gods if I play a major one as well.
Maybe.
No,
Sometimes it's blessings of the gods, though.
Exactly.
the gods have only noticed once, and they were, magnanimous in their.
Saving us
providing-
all.
I reckon.
Yeah. You called out to the gods, and they answered. The 8 are benevolent, clearly.
Legit.
All right, so
Yeah.
only one minor blessing is being thrown. You can get a -1 on the ability roll, the ability
Excellent.
check.
I will do that. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right.
Sounds ominous.
Piping out the whisper.
That's cool. What is the ogre not telling us about the warlord and the urgent problem in the slaughter scar? Okay, so nothing in regards to the warlord. In regards to the urgent problem in the slaughter scar, the ogre is interested in what is there.
Ah, he wants it. Alright. Cool.
There you go.
That's fine. Well, that essentially confirms that he's telling the truth, which is nice.
Yep.
So
So we're headed to the slaughter scar now.
Yep. That.
And we should go straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, that does put it in context. And also, since Kruber's gone, Scar things are gonna get real for him as well. We need to.
Pick him up on the way.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, pick him. Hopefully not too much. Hopefully, pick him up the way and not pick him out of the corpses of his former comrades.
So Robin is here with you because he tagged along.
Yep.
You may recall, and he's like, "This
A
is
dragon.
this is all a bit different."
we understand if you don't want to accompany us. We are.
No. I mean, it's different. But we were going to go take on some orcs or a dragon or going to the slaughter scar because some great big fat guy turned into an even greater big fat guy. Did you notice he smelled like rotten vegetables?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude needs to bathe. Oh my god. Seriously, I think I was going to upchuck. But going down there because of something, yeah, whatever. I'm in for in for pound, in for a penny, I'll be there. What's the worst that can happen?
Well,
You don't
you
get
don't have
either.
to.
That's not necessarily the worst, but I like your, I like your thought process. No. It's good. I'm there. Will abroad
Good.
at this point, you notice, has wet himself.
Well, abroad, maybe it's better if you stay in town and keep and look after our affairs. I think you will. I think this will be an excellent job for you.
Yep. Gotcha.
And I sort of turned over, was like, so are you keen now?
Yeah, we're heading to the slaughter scar. Absolutely, I'm there. I'm there for you.
I sort of also turned to Durin. How are you feeling about this? Durin says, like, that was an ogre. I've heard about that, but that was horrifying, and the smell. Oh, I haven't smelled that bad since I was cleaning out the ship's stores in the Revigo. But yes, that's the sort of style you say. I do not know much about that.
Well, now's the time to find out.
Leshnar will reach down, pick up his staff. Very well. You'll go to the slaughter scar. Personally, I had hoped that you would not go to find the dragon. Something about having all those I can
Eggs in one
trust in one place. But I didn't want to influence you. The choices must be yours. And if you are heading into danger, the danger must be chosen freely by you. I am not one to move people precariously unless they give me reason to do so. If you wish to head to the slaughter scar, then yes. You may still keep those potions. I think they'll serve you even better there. Be wary. The slaughter scar is a dangerous place.
Now that the ogre is gone, are your wards back in place, Leshnar? This is Shiro asking.
There aren't any.
Okay. Look, you're looking a little bit rough, and I happen to have picked up some very delicious biscuits recently, and I think that you should maybe have them as a snack with some tea and then have a little nap.
Well, I guess. Look, there are wards, but they're just not active at the moment. So, but what he doesn't know. I will probably re-establish them. I hadn't realized the ogre was in Summerton. Too many things going on, and I got lax. But I will re-establish them. I will take more precautions, and I will look out. But yes, biscuit, you say, delicious.
Absolutely.
All right, and we can leave it there.
Nice.
Please vote for MVP.
Oh, it's so many characters this time.
Just vote for the player.
Oh, okay.
Jaquan.
Because I will apply it to the primary character that they are running at
Yep.
this point. And I will get you the thing for Nevin in the next couple of days.
Yeah, that's fine. It was just funny because I was like, I'm not going to play him, and then it's like, maybe I will.
Okay, so I have 4 votes. I don't have to worry about checking Messenger because Dan's not playing.
Dan isn't here, yeah.
I have one from. I'm after one from Vix. There's that. And after one from Oz. Alright. So Lenza gets the vast majority. Only 2 people got votes. 4 to Lenza, 2 to Hypatia. Hypatia, do you wish to have XP or do you wish to have a blessing?
Ooh. I might actually go the Minor Blessing today.
Okay.
So I'm actually
let
down
me,
one.
Let me pull up the minor blessings. And let me shuffle that deck. And then deal 1 card to Lenza and 1 card to Hypatia.
Also consider that it's probably going to be about a dragon's worth of XP before I get a level up again.
Cool. All right. Done. An enjoyable session.
Yeah, good.
Oh, that's a great card. I love it.
That's what I get.
It's not the same one, is it?
No, it's not. It's a fun one.
Oh, that's that is tasty. That is ooh. Let's just say something Robula, something high risk, high reward.
Hey, does Minerva have the mending spell?
Yes, she does.
Because I have a broken trinket which I've been carrying around for ages. I should get
The
that
glass
fixed.
eye.
No, a monocle with a cracked lens.
Oh, okay.
It's just a trinket I picked up like way back in like the first 4 or 5 first of 5 sessions we were in, and it's just been sitting there. I go, I should get that repaired.
Yeah.
And I know someone who knows how to repair stuff.
Mm-hmm. She memorizes it 3 times a day.
Do you want to practice using it?
She uses it 3 times a day, but sure, she'll use it on something else for you.
All right.
Cool.
So we can do that another time if you want.
Next session.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Was the card you were really happy about, Al, the Prevent?
It's one about. No, it's about hitting and damaging.
Oh, yep.
That's
yep.
actually pretty good. That's actually quite good for me.
Troll Slayer.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Oh dear.
I keep track of every time I cast Mending. So far, Minerva has cast Mending 396 times.
Nice. What were you fixing?
I'm sure there's,
She
there's a
likes to
reason
polish
for
her
that.
rod.
Yep.
I'm
Polishing
going
that
to
rod
end the
real good.
recording. Thank you very much.